again, everyone. Welcome back to Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. I'm Charles Skaggs, one of your co-hosts, as I sit here in the basement of solitude, watching Xan, my co-host Xan Sprouse, cue up her episode that we're going to talk about.
We're ready now.
Hi, Xan. How are you today?
Hi, Charles. How are you doing?
I'm doing much better. Last couple weeks, I was a little rough. I had another bout of bronchitis, yuckiness, and my doctor put me on Symbicort inhaler, which proceeded to fry my throat and vocal cords. So,
ouch.
So basically, I kind of sounded like I was gargling razor blades.
Yikes.
And so we ended up having to take an extra week off. And it was probably for the best because I basically cut the Symbicort out of my life. Didn't tell my doctor. I just quit because it was just too horrible on my throat. And obviously I sound a little bit better. So hooray for not taking Symbicort.
Yes, you don't need that kind of negativity. I had medical problems, but with my cats.
Yeah. How's your kitties?
My cat is out of the cone of shame. She's so happy. She's so excited.
So Jess Bell's out of the cone of shame.
She's out of the cone of shame, but next week we had to bring Ms. Furbottom in for her booster.
Okay.
She broke a tooth. We have no idea how this happened. We don't remember her hitting something. We don't remember her biting something. Just her canine, it's cracked in the middle. So she's going to have, depending on how far she broke it, it's either going to get sealed or pulled.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, cats sometimes they chew on stuff when people aren't around.
Cats do a lot of things when people aren't around.
Yes, they do.
They're a mystery.
They smoke, they drink, they start betting on sports online.
They throw wee little parties in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Cats are an enigma. So
wrapped in a mystery, wrapped in
a vest.
Yes, wrapped in a vest.
So yeah, we had absolutely no idea how that happened, but so it doesn't look like it's hurting her. She doesn't have an abscess or anything. It just whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, all our best wishes for Miss Furbottom. So
thank you very much.
So here, episode 60, everyone, we're going to talk Call for Help. Call for Help.
Call for Help.
And that is the part 3 of Twin Peaks: The Return that aired way back on May 28th, 2017. This show is starting to put mileage on it already, believe it or not. Written, of course, by Mark Frost and David Lynch, directed by David Lynch. And so we'll be talking about that in a little bit. We've obviously got to do our video commentary as we watch the episodes and basically banter all over them and talk all over them.
Mm-hmm.
But you can join right along with us as we do
Absolutely.
that. But first, before we do that, I thought it might be interesting. We got some news before, or while we were off, excuse me. And it was news that, okay, hey, we're getting a new Twin Peaks home video release. Yet again. And according to the news that came out, this set is going to be called the Twin Peaks from Z to A. Get it? Because, they talk backwards.
119.
Yeah, 119, exactly. Limited edition box set. And for those wondering about what the heck this thing is, it's apparently a deluxe 21-disc collection of everything Twin Peaks, plus over 20 hours of special feature content. And it's going to be released in the U.S. and Canada on December 10th, 2019. And then apparently the Blu-ray only release includes every episode and part from all 3 seasons of Twin Peaks. So you get the original of 2 seasons plus the return, and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, and its deleted scenes, the missing pieces. So, and then on top of 6 hours of previously unreleased bonus content.
Oh boy.
It will include the special features from Twin Peaks, the entire mystery, as well as the Twin Peaks limited event series collection release from 2017 that everybody has already right now, right? So,
I have it.
I have it too. So apparently this set is limited at only 25,000 copies.
Oh God! Now I have to have it
worldwide. So yes, it's a one of those limited editions.
Jeez.
And according to Amazon, the standard retail price is $139.99. I don't know what the sale price is going to be on Amazon yet.
That's not horrible for 21 discs, but
yeah, exactly.
I don't.
And each one's going to have an individually numbered certificate. Just like, hey, you get a piece of paper with a number on it. Hooray!
We'll have to compare our certificate numbers.
Exactly.
Charles.
So you can go like, oh, you got a lower number than me. You suck.
Oh no.
So apparently, though, this packaging is going to be a little different, and I'm not sure I like this because it's not going to be something you could easily store with your other Twin Peaks video releases. It's going to be housed in cube packaging. Apparently, they're going to be, you can open this thing up, and it basically folds out, kind of like open lips like a flower, and it's essentially going to be the interior. Inside, it's like the interior of the Red Room. So you've got, it's going to be the background will be like the red, curtains and whatnot. And it's supposed to have like this exclusive, according to this press release, exclusive die-cut acrylic figure of Laura Palmer kissing Special Agent Dale Cooper. And the acrylic figure comes inside a plastic display holder held in place by magnets. Which I'm thinking, won't that affect the discs? But maybe they're not strong enough magnets to do that.
Yeah, that might just be.
So fans either have the option of leaving the figure in the box, or you can take it out of the box and admire it from afar. And then...
You're just talking me into ordering this stupid thing, Charles.
Well, I guess that was kind of the point of the press release.
I know.
But... the plastic holder can also serve as an easel to display individual images from the Red Room gallery, which essentially is just a bunch of printed cards. They say a curated set, which means, hey, it's only a few.
It's only a few. Well, I will say...
That's fancy words for, yes, it's just we're giving you a few.
If there's a decent homecoming queen photo of Laura Palmer included, I'm taking that out and putting it in my house like she's somebody I'm friends with.
There you go. So
that's my plan.
Yeah. So apparently, it's going to be just depicting the memorable moments that took place in the Red Room.
Oh, okay.
So you have Diane in the chair, you have Dougie in the chair, etc.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So here's the new content apparently that we're being offered here in this big cube monstrosity.
Is it about my cube?
It's about. Yeah. Now, see, would think it should be like a glass box because of
it should totally be a glass box,
and it should have the experiment on the top on the box, right?
If we're doing a cube,
exactly.
But
do they consult me on these things? No, they don't. So here's the new content. According to this, it says never before released behind the scenes footage shot primarily by Jason S. of David Lynch shooting the third season in approximately 20 to 30 minute pieces called Behind the Curtain, edited and included for each of the 18 parts.
Interesting.
And then we get a newly shot interview of Kyle MacLachlan and Cheryl Lee, who sit with David Lynch's biographer, Christine McKenna, to look back at their body of work on Twin Peaks. Then there is a Get on the Couch with Deputy Andy and Lucy, with Harry Goes and Kimmy Robertson sharing fond Twin Peaks memories in a newly produced featurette.
All right, that would be very entertaining.
And then a compilation of full-length, unedited versions, and this is what kind of had piqued my interest. Full-length, unedited versions of the many Roadhouse performances as first seen in Twin Peaks: A Limited Event Series. So the uncut performances.
That'd be cool.
Now, I'm wondering if that includes also raw audio, from the, like if the performers were actually, and then performing it on the Roadhouse stage and then David Lynch just dubbed in the the album audio.
Good question. Very good question.
So that would be kind of interesting. That was and I also have to wonder, well, did they perform other songs that didn't make it to air?
Right. Yeah, that's my thought. That
So,
maybe there's a song, maybe they did a couple of songs.
Did you do like 2 or 3 songs? Like a little mini set.
Yeah, that would be neat.
And then Lynch just chose one that he liked. I don't know, but I mean, the idea of getting like more Rebecca Del Rio in the or more chromatics, I think, is very appealing to me.
Mm-hmm. More ZZ Top, always a good thing.
ZZ Top, exactly. The got to turn that up to 11. There's also a special 4K ultra high def transfer by David Lynch of the 1990 Twin Peaks pilot. So you can buy it all over again, this time in ultra high def.
Nice.
Along with its international version, so you get the alternate ending where Bob is revealed.
Bob in the basement.
Bob in the basement, exactly. And you also get an ultra high def version of 2017's most acclaimed episode, Part 8.
Ooh, okay.
So you can watch that nuclear explosion, that first atomic bomb explosion in ultra high def, or you can watch the experiment vomiting up Bob into existence. In ultra high def, guys. Is that sexy or what?
The beautiful Joy Nash.
Now, see, that would look really amazing in ultra. And I know what a huge fan of Joy Nash you are.
I'm a huge fan of Joy Nash. I will say that the idea of a high def Bob scares the living out of me.
But remember, he's only a globe in that. No, I take that back. The pilot. Yeah, the pilot.
Yeah, I'm talking about the European pilot.
The European pilot, yeah. Yeah, that would be a little disturbing, but throw that up on the old 60-inch ultra high def television.
Yeah, but the high def Senorita Dido, that's a little more helpful.
Yeah, maybe that's how the universe balances it out. You have the dark side, you have Bob, but you have Senorita Dido to balance that out cosmically.
On one side, this is the water, and on the other side,
this is the well. Exactly. Drink deep and descend.
Yeah. All right.
But so that's the deal. Now, if you want the cheaper version, which doesn't have nearly as much stuff, apparently they're going to be releasing Twin Peaks: The Television Collection on Blu-ray and DVD on October 15th. And this is just all 3 seasons of Twin Peaks. You don't get without Fire Walk with Me, which makes no sense if you're going to include the event series, because so much of that...
Right, but it's Twin Peaks, the TV series.
Exactly, the TV collection, yeah. So
yeah, it's the TV collection. So, which I think is kind of nice for anybody who...
It's the more economy version.
And it's nice for people who got into Twin Peaks because of the return.
Right.
So now they can go back and have everything all in one thing.
So if you haven't bought, all 3 seasons, this would be probably a good investment for you then.
And I don't care what they put on this new glass box thing they're coming out with. You should have the Criterion Fire Walk with Me.
I agree with you
on
that.
So,
but sadly, not the case. I mean, at least you get Fire Walk with Me and the TV seasons finally packaged together. In addition to the entire mystery, but
I feel like if I buy this, I'm losing all hope of a season 4.
Well, exactly. Well, I postulated this theory to you before we started talking.
Yes, you did.
Because if everybody remembers when the entire mystery Blu-ray set was released, what did we get after that? We got Twin Peaks Season 3, you guys.
We did.
So, would buying this box actually help fund, in some way, Twin Peaks Season 4? Like, is there like a big pool of money that, like, okay, we'll do a video release and use the money from that to help fund this project?
Well, that's a good question.
I mean, I don't know that's the case. I'm just throwing out a theory here, but maybe it's just me wanting Twin Peaks Season 4 so much that I'm willing to read way too much into this, but
yeah, that's the thing. I really
you don't know.
Twin Peaks Season 4. No.
Well, I guess I could take some comfort in the fact that even if I don't get this, somebody else will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody will.
So I guess that's a good thing, right? But
I think that's a good thing.
so therefore,
It's
hey,
just nice to know that there's 25,000 Uber Twin Peaks nerds out there just like us.
pretty much, yeah. And hopefully, all of them are listening to this podcast. Even though I kind
I,
of think they don't, but
I think
I've
if
seen the ratings, so like we get a good amount of listeners, but I don't think we get 25,000.
I don't think we get 25,000. So tell all your friends, all your other Twin Peaks nerds.
Exactly. So yeah, so basically everybody, uh, you tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on and so on.
And so on.
And maybe we'll get up to 25,000.
That'd be awesome.
All right. So that's the deal with the From Z to A. I hate that name, but again, they don't consult me on this.
You're very Arab against that name, aren't you?
I am. It's yeah. I'm Irav displeased about
You're
that.
very Arab displeased at that, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I see what you did there.
I figured you'd see what I did there.
I did. Yep. I was very Irav impressed with what you did there.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so everybody, ready to talk some Twin Peaks? The Return once again as we do part 3.
I'm ready.
Okay, so, all right, so everybody playing at home, why don't you cue up your videos to the 1 minute 33 second mark, and this is where the screen is black, and now it's dark.
Now it's dark.
Right after the spinning chevron floor from the opening credits, just before the episode starts, and we're kind of paused there. So if everybody's ready, let me get mine queued up off the screensaver. And if everybody's ready, we'll do this in 3, 2, 1, doink.
Go.
And we have
dear.
Cooper in space.
Cooper's really getting jostled around. Hey, Charles.
Yes.
Do you think that if you were falling in space, you would eventually slow down or just go faster and faster?
Faster and faster.
And the angels wouldn't help you.
And now I'm sad over Laura.
I know, right?
That was such a heartbreaking moment.
That is so heartbreaking.
But yeah, here's Cooper, and he's essentially being shaken all around. He's doing the hokey pokey, and
That's what it's all about.
And he comes out in Prince's hometown of Purple. No.
Yeah, well, it's sort of it's you know what this looks like? It looks like Caladan,
Yeah,
frankly.
exactly.
I think it.
Planet Caladan.
All the water on Caladan.
Not Planet Giddy Prime.
Not yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like purple ocean, purple ocean.
It's like he's on Caladan in the Wicked Witch's castle.
Right.
Just very, very cold looking stone.
Yep.
Thing
And Cooper's kind of looking out here at the ocean in front of him, going, that's interesting. At least it's not red curtains. I've been staring at those for like 25 years.
I'm looking at these red curtains for 25 years. At least, I got a seaside view now.
Yep.
I will say, I thought this was a little bit terrifying because I will confess, Charles, that I've had several nightmares that involve being stuck out in the middle of water that doesn't seem to have an end.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew, that's disturbing.
Yeah. And I had those before Twin Peaks even was a thing. So I've been having those for 30-some years.
So does all this kind of bring everything to the forefront?
Yeah, it's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
It's a bit creepy. It just reminds me of those dreams.
But you can kind of focus on that Cooper gets out of this.
That's the nice thing. That's the nice thing. So yeah, here we have...
Even at this point, when we were first watched this, we had no idea what he was doing here.
Right. We first watched this and we're thinking, where the hell is he? Why isn't he back home yet?
We still really didn't get a good explanation of what this place is. Although my personal theory is that it's the White Lodge.
This is my theory as well. These large cavernous castle-like structures that we see here
Right.
and back in
Oh,
the
hey, Naido.
back in the 40s and 50s when we see the fireman and
Right.
Senorita Dido. You know, I believe that's the White Lodge.
In the old-timey movie theater.
Uh-huh. Which, who doesn't want to live in an old-timey movie theater?
Right. Especially when it's like Art Deco decorated.
All the furniture.
Yep.
And these clothes. I want these clothes, too.
So here's Cooper meeting Naido.
Who is a little bit terrifying.
But
she's gentle. She's a little terrifying.
Exactly. So this is obviously somebody right out of David Lynch's playbook. A woman with eyes that are melted over.
Eyes that are melted over.
And she can't really speak. She's just kind of like...
Well, she wants to communicate with Cooper. And,
right.
you know, she obviously seems to know that it's Cooper and that he has something he needs to do. No. And she's trying to help him get to that point.
Yeah. Now, obviously, later on in the series, we get the payoff of who she is.
Of who she is, yes, exactly.
And it's obviously somebody very important. But right now, she kind of speaks in these kind of guttural chirps and...
Just these sort of noises,
yeah. Yeah, and then, you know, she obviously can gesture with her hands.
Or as the closed captions on the Blu-ray say, odd reverberations. That's what it says.
Not ominous whooshing?
Ominous whooshing, I think, is like reserved for the forest.
Yeah, exactly. You mean for Ghostwood?
For Ghostwood. It's like Ghostwood here.
It's like...
Oh, I love watching the
Ghostwood here.
Yes.
Sorry, I was a little slow on that one.
What's in that other room? Oh.
That's where I keep my porn stash.
No, he's Agent Cooper. He's not Agent Mulder.
Nice.
Agent Cooper.
Very nice.
Agent Cooper's a gentleman.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. That's easy for me to say.
Why are you telling me that? No reason.
You knew where I was going. You knew where I was going with that reference.
We're just taking a tour of Xan's favorite '90s television right now.
Yeah, we really should talk about X-Files one of these days.
One of these days.
I mean, it's David Duchovny. We could. I mean, that's Twin Peaks related, right? We could probably do that.
It is Twin Peaks adjacent. I agree.
We should do that.
Yeah,
I'm all up for watching X-Files.
He's most famous for being an FBI agent, either in Twin Peaks or in X-Files.
Especially that first season is very Twin Peaks influenced.
Cooper knows he has to go, but Naido knows it's going to be rough for him. And that he has I don't think she's trying to stop him. I just think she knows it's going to be hard. What's on the door? What does the door say? 15!
15.
Remember that number for absolutely no reason, kids.
Exactly. It has no bearing whatsoever.
It has absolutely nothing here.
Oh. You know, this would be a lot easier to do if you would just stop, like, sputtering around.
That's the thing. It looks like we're getting every fourth frame.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, I kind of wondered if my cable provider was cutting out.
Yeah, that's the thing. But then, once I realized that it sputters at exactly the same place on everybody's DVD and everybody's cable.
Yeah. So, are you of the opinion, like I am, that that thing rapping loudly at the door is Mother?
That's my opinion.
The experiment. The experiment.
The experiment, because the experiment is what's keeping tabs on Cooper, and it knows that Cooper's on his way out. And so the experiment is trying to
prevent that.
And the experiment knows that if Cooper gets out, Cooper and Mr. C are the Twin Peaks version of Harry Potter and Voldemort. They're going to have a showdown, and only one of them is going to survive. And
two characters enter, one character leaves. Now, here we have Naido in space. And hands up if you predicted that they were inside a box in space with a giant bell thing on top.
No one's hand should be up right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because this is very Dark City, where there's an ocean, but it's actually in outer space.
My God, it's full of stars.
Full of stars.
Yeah, exactly. You need the creepy monolith music. Dun 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 dun.
Da, da, da. Yeah, so
Cooper's like, okay, we're on the roof. Now what do we do? What are we doing here?
Yeah, we're going to charge up this tin machine here.
You're going to charge up this David Bowie?
Charge up my David Bowie. Even Cooper is like, okay, where the hell are you taking me?
Naido, get your hand off David Bowie's rod.
Electricity.
Whee!
So, uh-oh. So, yes.
And she's falling. I'm falling.
And faster and faster.
Faster and faster. And Cooper is watching this going, okay, that happened.
I have absolutely no idea what is going on or how to help her or what the hell to do.
Anybody want to give me a script?
Well, I think this isn't really...
So he's like, now he's going, all right, now what do I do?
See, because Cooper, if you ask me, this is more of Cooper's subconsciousness.
Right.
Because Cooper split up. Half of him is Dougie Jones and half of him is here. Well, who's this giant head floating through space?
It's the opening credits to Eraserhead. Oh, no, it's Don Davis.
I think
it's Major Briggs, everybody.
It's Don Davis doing Eraserhead cosplay.
Blue Rose.
What did you have to say to us?
Blue Rose.
Major Briggs. Blue Rose.
Blue Rose.
Doesn't get any bluer. Heck no. So
I'm getting
Cooper
through all my audio clips today.
I know, right? Cooper is aware that this is something that he's been a part of before, and that he probably knows what he has to do.
All of this has happened before, and will happen again.
And will happen again. But when you see me again, it won't be me. So these are all the same things Cooper's had to.
Did we just mash up Battlestar Galactica and Twin Peaks?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay, just checking. So, Blue Rose, that's the key here, huh?
That's our key, yeah. Cooper knows what he has to do.
Yeah, that explains everything. Thanks, Major Briggs' head.
Hey, we're not part of the task force, okay? They have secrets that we are not allowed to know. So, that's a nice shot right there. I gotta say...
I'm surprised you didn't pause that one.
Yeah, that's, it's a good thing it's not videotape, or I would have one of those, tracking marks from where I paused it 100 times.
Xan's making a mental note. Okay, was it here at the 10-minute mark and 12-minute mark? Yeah. Okay.
3. Now 3. The door says 3.
Okay, so now we're lower. We're going down.
But before it said 15.
Right.
When you put those two together, what do you have?
18.
Cooper's room number at
315. Yep, 315 exactly. Yeah, room 315 of the Great Northern. 315
of the Great Northern. Well, now I thought Naido jumped off a bridge. Is this her? Right. No, it's not.
And wait, is that Phoebe Augustine?
That's Ronette Pulaski, everybody.
Although it's not really Ronette Pulaski.
Nobody's really who they are in the
exactly.
White Lodge.
So here we have Phoebe Augustine playing the role of American Girl.
Raised on promises.
I was waiting for that. She was American Girl. And then,
yeah. 252.
252. Now, what happens when that watch strikes 253, kids?
The electronic gear
thingy
steampunk door starts going crazy. I want that sofa. I want those light fixtures. I want her dress. I want all of it.
Right.
I just want it all.
You want it all, and you want it now.
I want it now. Don't care how. I want it now. What is behind door number 3?
Here is a speaker.
And I have to
electrical
imagine-
outlet. Pay attention, the electrical outlets are very important in this.
Electricity.
Electricity.
I gotta say, as much as I'm not a big fan of Mr. C's mullet here,
Right. The
Whoever
Bob mullet.
yeah, whoever did Kyle MacLachlan's dye job did a fantastic job because it doesn't look like a dye job.
Is it a dye job or a wig?
It's a dye job, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, his hair here is a dye job.
Oh, I thought you were talking about with the mullet. That has to be a wig because obviously his hair's longer.
Right. Unless they
shot it
filmed-
before, and then he cut it.
Yeah, they could have done that. But it's whoa, don't get too close.
Easy there, Sparky.
I like how he almost looks at the camera when he's looking at stuff.
He's like, "Do you see what I just saw?"
Yep.
So when you get there, you will
already be there.
So
because Douglas Jones was a ninja.
So no matter where you go, there
you are. Don't have
so
to be me.
American Girl is resetting Buckaroo Banzai, everybody.
Always a good thing.
Never a bad thing.
American Girl versus the World Crime League.
Oh, what's going on with Cooper here? Whoa, man.
This is shocking.
Shocking.
See, now here we're seeing the symbiotic
you have
relationship.
Sean Connery and Goldfinger going shocking.
Shocking.
Yep.
Here we have the symbiotic relationship between Cooper
because they're obviously connected.
And Cooper.
Yeah.
They are very connected. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and
they
obviously
are all
because
part of the same person.
Cooper has staring at this electrical outlet, and Mr. C is staring at his cigarette lighter in the car.
Mm-hmm. Which is just mother's coming. Not good.
Yeah,
not good at all. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't remember cigarette lighters in cars, they're basically just an electrical coil that heats up.
Right.
So.
Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you.
Just use your dash hole for plugging in your iPod charger.
Exactly. That's what it's for now. It's for charging your phone or whatnot.
That's the thing. Most cars nowadays don't come with cigarette lighters.
So,
they come with those holes.
Cooper just vanished into the outlet, except for his shoes. New shoes.
Except for my shoes.
All right, that sounded really cool with the glitchy Skype.
Oh, I bet that did. I bet that was awesome.
Because you drew out shoes, and then it started glitching. That was fantastic.
Nice.
Lynch would have approved of that.
Fantastic. So anytime I'm watching a David Lynch project where somebody's driving along a highway and all I see is the two lines on the road.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Robert Loggia to show up.
I hear David Bowie's I'm Deranged in the back of my head.
Nice.
Robert Loggia.
I want Robert Loggia to come out and give Mr. C a lesson on driving etiquette.
I want you to get a manual! And I want you to study that mother effer!
Nice. Ooh, car flipping. Woo!
For those of you who
it was about this time that the Duke boys... Oh, wait.
Oh. Well, the Duke boys were in trouble there on Mount Twin Peaks. I don't know.
You weren't sure where I was going with that.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you haven't seen Lost Highway...
Right.
Just go to YouTube and do Lost Highway, Robert Loggia, Tailgate.
It's worth your time.
And just watch the whole movie, but, before you can get a hold of that, you can always go to YouTube and do that. Yeah. Okay, Now I'm going to look away because this is just really disgusting.
Right. So
and, Charles is going to tell me when this is over.
Charles has a stronger stomach.
Yeah, Xan can't handle
that's like a regurgitation
saliva type things.
Yeah. But yeah, here's Mr. C staring deeply into his electrical outlet and realizing, hey, there's some red curtains coming into view.
Rancho Rosa Estates. I want that poster. I want a poster that's that Rancho Rosa thing.
So here we have a nice, quiet suburban neighborhood that maybe 3 people live in.
It's perfect for hookers.
Right, exactly. Now, this is Nafessa Williams playing Jade. She's currently playing the superhero Thunder on Black Lightning on the CW.
Is she really?
She is. Yes, she is. And she's really good on it.
Oh yeah,
But
she's right here.
but yeah, she's that's Thunder, everybody, if you're a Black Lightning fan.
Nice.
So, the daughter of Black Lightning, yeah.
She's talking about things being tingly, so we now know that Dougie Jones is also electrically charged.
And here we have Kyle MacLachlan in a really bad Dougie wig.
Yeah, Dougie's a wig, I'm sure.
Gotta be. And he's got a little padding on him.
And am I seeing this right, or did his left arm go completely numb?
Right.
Was it just before his time?
Yep.
Ah,
The ring!
Dun, dun,
ring!
dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Don't take the ring, Dougie.
Don't take the ring.
And here we have his stylish yellow jacket.
See, when I first saw this...
Or orange jacket. I can't tell in this light. Maybe a
It's
goldenrod? Goldenrod?
Yeah.
Yeah, goldenrod
When
jacket.
I first saw this, because they're in this new housing development,
Right.
and because of this golden jacket, I thought he was a realtor.
I did too. I honestly did too.
Oh, he's also sick to his stomach. Everybody's connected.
Everybody's vomit. You get to vomit. I get to... let's all vomit. Everybody vomits.
See, it's all coming together. He knows that the electrical connection is happening.
Right. Now, obviously, at this point, when we watched this originally, we had no idea what... It's like, okay, why is MacLachlan this? Is this Cooper now? What's going on here?
We were really hoping he was going to be Cooper.
Yeah.
Because, and it would have been fitting for Cooper because it's not the world's greatest sexual experience. I don't think.
No.
Bringing a hooker to a model home that's barely even furnished, probably not your greatest plan.
Electricity.
And this is the perfect time.
Yep.
For electrical outlets that look like faces.
Oh, red curtains.
Red curtain. Oh, tell me what it. Oh.
Just like my cat when she eats too fast.
Yikes. Yeah, I love how she's showering in this model home that doesn't even have a shower curtain.
Right. So I have to think that, the production just took over this, brand new housing development before they started selling homes.
I would think so. Oh, you know what? Oh, God. Green corn, Garmin Bose. Oh.
What did it,
Seriously.
Did somebody just say, I don't know? And then all this stuff,
They said something even more horrible than that. I can't even imagine.
Yeah. That's an old school. You can't do that on television.
I used to wonder why every kid who, after they said, I don't know, why they didn't just say water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I heard that. Well, who do you think's in the burgers?
Yeah. So Dougie's in the lodge.
He's in the waiting
Mike is
room.
looking at him. I feel funny.
Yeah. No duh, you feel funny.
You look funny.
Oh, this is,
Well, you're just a tulpa. No big deal.
Yeah, you're just a tulpa. Someone manufactured you.
I mean, 3 guesses, and they're all Mr. C, by the way.
Yeah, someone manufactured you for a purpose. You're the decoy.
Yeah, you're just expendable.
Now that's been fulfilled.
Yeah, we don't need you anymore. You're kind of essentially Dougie's a placeholder.
Dougie's a little bit of a placeholder, yeah. Well, I think he's there to confuse things. That's the thing. Is that he's
working.
There to.
Oh, his hand is shrinking.
He's getting tiny and tiny.
He's getting Donald Trump hands.
Well, Trumpy hands. Yeah.
Trump.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Don't take the
Dink.
ring.
Oh, there goes the ring. Finders keepers.
Yeah, see.
Pop.
There's somebody on Etsy that makes those rings.
Yeah. Oh, I want one.
I kind of do too, but then I kind of don't.
You're kind of afraid. Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid of it. Oh, the golden.
Well, as long as you don't invert it, you got to keep the symbol.
You got to keep it the right way.
Keep it the owl. You don't invert it. Don't do the upside down owl. You're good.
Just there's going to be one day where it comes off in my hand, and I wake up just holding it. I'm going to see it in my hand. And I'm just going to pee myself.
Yeah. So no big deal.
Oh yeah.
So this thing that popped out of Dougie's head, if it turned to black smoke.
Mm-hmm. Turned into like a.
Now it's turned into like a little marble.
But first it was a face, like it was a.
Yep.
A woodsman version of the mother. Of the arm. So.
Okay, I gotta pick up after Dougie here.
So now let's not forget, that things that are supposed to be good get sent to this earth in gold balls.
Right.
So we'll find that out in about 5 episodes.
Yep, it's the pedestal, you guys, from Firewalk with Me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, whose garage has this been in?
I know. They had to dust it off.
I just heard the ending music from Flash Gordon when he put that one down.
Oh yes, with Ming the Merciless, yeah.
Yeah. The end? Question mark.
Yeah. Next von Sydow laughing.
Yeah.
Now I want to listen to my Flash Gordon soundtrack.
I think you should.
Well, Twin Peaks podcast first, though.
Twin Peaks podcast first, yeah.
So you want to clean that up, because damn.
Nobody's going to buy this house if you leave Garmin Bozia puke on the floor.
Can you imagine the actual realtor that comes in the next day to find all this?
Who's been squatting and puking in this property?
Right.
All right.
And
you stopped just shy of the Cooper.
Yeah, exactly. Just in the nick of time.
Oh, you need new socks.
Yeah, you do. You got a hole in your sock. 25 years in the Black Lodge, they couldn't find him a new pair of socks.
Yeah, Dougie, what the hell? You got a haircut, a new suit, and you lost about 50 pounds while I was in the shower.
And she does not question this whatsoever.
Yeah, she just assumes he's been wearing a.
I mean, to be fair, maybe she's high.
I think I'm high.
Oh, I'm slipping on the job here.
Yeah, where is it?
I think I'm high!
Yes.
There we go.
I'm very excited to watch that episode.
We'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah.
Just gotta have something to look forward to.
Oh, Cooper. Kyle MacLachlan is doing a triple role in this.
Right.
And he has no ends.
Yeah. What is up with that?
I don't understand the world. I really don't.
Right. You guys want to talk about chicken sandwiches all day, but you can't give Kyle MacLachlan an Emmy.
I don't understand the chicken sandwiches. I don't get it.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I don't. Shut up and take my money. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I told you, I'm grabbing my towel and my sub-etha electronic device, and I'm, getting off this rock.
I do not think that's a bad plan. We're hitching a ride.
Hitching a ride.
The first rule is, Charles?
What?
Don't panic.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dougie, where'd you go? I walked in behind you because I
always remember where your towel is.
Oh, I know where my towel is.
Be a hoopy frood. Someone who always knows where their towel is.
Yep.
A really amazingly together guy that knows where his towel is.
Exactly. I trust him to the ends of the earth.
New shoes.
New shoes. I like how she put his shoes on with leaves stuck to his socks.
Now, to be fair, those shoes really don't go with that suit. I'm just saying.
No, they don't. They go with his. Yeah. Yeah, your keys were in your other pockets, weren't they?
I'm just going to stare blankly.
The way she's treating him right now.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
It's the room 315 key from the Great Northern.
That is incredible. The way she's treating him right now makes me realize he's like this really when he's just Dougie.
Yeah.
Jade's gonna have to give you 2 rides.
Jade gives 2 rides.
I do like that line. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Dougie Love.
Dougie Love.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's not at all suspicious to have your car parked in the driveway with a license plate that says Dougie Love.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, Dougie was already addled before he became Cooper.
Yeah. He was addled because everybody treats him
who
like...
are these guys?
Everybody treats him like, oh, they're... Dougie... I think they're looking for Dougie Love. His car's still here, so he must still be in the... He must still be in the house. So, yeah, I mean, Dougie obviously just acts like this.
Right. And they talked about that later in the series, that he had an accident, and so that's why nobody was thrown at the insurance company.
Yeah.
That he acted so addled.
Yeah. Under the sycamore street.
Very nice.
Jay give 2 rides.
Jay give 2 rides. Yep.
Yeah, you're going to say that at the most inopportune times.
She's like, that's it, I'm going over to Black Lightning.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sick of this shit.
I've had enough of this weird crap.
Oh my gosh, look at these fat rides everybody has here. Speed bump ahead. Wow, look at that.
What? Shiny key. Key shiny.
Uh-oh.
Bunk. I keep waiting for him to bunk his head on the dash.
This is just a perfect way to get him to be...
Ducking.
Ducked down.
Yeah, exactly, as this guy tries to kill him.
So nobody shoots him.
Yeah.
So...
Should have got Carrie Fisher to try to kill him.
Oh. She'd use a flamethrower, though.
Nice. This is why I love talking to you. You know the exact references that I'm referring to. I try
to knock them back when you set them up.
You do perfectly.
I do my best.
You're amazing. This is why I was so happy to have her doing this podcast with me, everybody.
Well, I was just happy to nerd out on Twin Peaks with my good friend Charles.
Exactly.
You know, because we do this for free, kids.
Exactly.
Well, we do it for free, but we do it without recording it.
Now, if you want to pay us for it, that's awesome. Oh,
yeah,
it's 119.
119. So.
At least my mother's not on the cover of Crackhorn magazine.
Just give it a month, kid. Yeah, so it's just...
How horrible do you feel for this kid?
The most horrible I feel for just about anybody in Twin Peaks ever.
Right, because he's like stuck in this like horrible life with this crack mom.
Uh-huh.
Who's talking backwards.
Yep.
Counting backwards at the very least.
Yeah.
And drugged out of her skull.
It's
so essentially, is she just keeping tabs on Dougie? I'm just kind of wondering what is her purpose?
Oh my gosh, I never noticed this. Look, Pennywise has been there. Look behind her.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Good Lord.
Yeah. That's probably the poor kid's only friend.
So, you know what my question is now? What card game are they playing?
Probably solitaire.
Like, is this like, hey, let's take a bunch of pills and wash them down with some crappy whiskey and play euchre? I mean, I don't understand what's going on in this house.
Yeah. Maybe she does low card and
look at this
takes
poor
a drink
kid.
every time she gets a low card. And she lights her cigarette up with a little acetylene torch.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If that's not class, I don't know what is.
This is just the epitome of classy right there. Oh.
Cheese at the cops.
Okay. So probably that kid.
Right.
And then probably Becky.
That's a good, yeah.
Then maybe Gersten.
Yeah. Well, Gersten, though, is the victim of some bad life choices. Well, so is Becky.
Becky. That's the thing.
But the kid is innocent.
Right, I know. I'm just trying to think of who I feel the worst for.
Yeah.
And then what's her name who gets beaten up by Richard?
Yeah. Maybe, let's see, Andy and Lucy for giving birth to Wally Brando.
Hey, that's their fault. You know, they made him that way.
They knew the risks.
They knew what they were doing. Yeah. So yeah, probably.
So apparently, Mr. C's vomit is so toxic that this cop gets sick. Meanwhile, back at the Twin Peaks Sheriff's Department.
Okay, no, I take it back. It's this kid, then Harry.
Yeah, that's true. Because
then Becky, and then Gersten.
Log Lady.
Oh yes, this kid, Log Lady, Harry, Becky, Gersten.
But so far, nobody's topping that kid.
Nobody's topping that kid. Yeah, that kid is the biggest problem.
Right.
I just realized
the most sympathetic.
Yeah, I just realized that because of the way I'm sitting, you're looking at my television and not at me.
Yes, I'm looking at your feet.
You're looking at what?
And your feet.
Oh, there's my foot.
Your feet and the Rancors behind you.
This is not
my foot.
My foot.
I wish I could record that video.
Yeah. The thing is that the TV, my computer's in front of me, but the TV's behind me, so I got to kind of sit off to the side. So,
all right.
I find those cardboard jugs of coffee to be a fascinating piece of technology.
Yes, they are.
You can buy those like at Panera and stuff, and it's just you can get a gallon of coffee in a cardboard thing. It amazes me.
Kind of like a box of wine.
It's like a box of wine, but it stays hot.
Damn hot.
It's impressive. So here's the thing, okay?
Yeah.
The Double R doesn't just do the world's greatest pies. They're who supplies the donuts.
Right, they're catering now. Well, maybe they took over the whole donut industry because they knew it was lucrative in Twin Peaks.
That's the thing. Yeah, seriously.
Like, these cops are, buying tons of donuts. We got to get in on this.
Like, hundreds of donuts, and there's 4 of them. He's like, well, I'm actually...
Of course, it probably went down after Cooper left.
It's like, you're an Indian. Well, I'm actually a Nez Perce,
and after Harry got sick. Yes. Mm-hmm. So here's Lucy having a moment of clarity regarding someone's ethnicity.
Yeah, it's still mildly racist.
How nasty!
I hold in my hand a small box of chocolate bunnies.
A small box of chocolate bunnies spoiled 25 years in storage.
Seriously, yeah. It's the bunny.
It's not about the bunny, Lucy.
See, what I think is funny is that, she went into evidence storage to go find some chocolate.
Right.
Does this police station not have a vending machine or something?
Right. Well, maybe it was empty because of all the other cops eating everything.
You ate the evidence, Lucy.
Because remember, this is probably before Harry got sick. And we know we've talked about how much food he consumes. He's always eating.
He's constantly eating a donut. It's impressive.
Right.
It's really,
every time
really
he's in the station, he's constantly eating.
Yeah. A bubble. That's flatulence, everybody. Lucy was really farty.
Lucy, it's okay. You're on Showtime. You can say that.
Which I love. I still think that's adorable.
Yep.
Chocolate, which I love.
Lucy keeping it real.
I don't know if this is actually a remedy for gas, but I think it's worth a try.
Right now I'm kind of feeling sympathetic toward Hawk for having to deal with this story.
Is it about the bunny?
It's not about the bunny.
Once again, I would like to state my desire to see a biopic of Laurel and Hardy with Harry Gause as Stan Laurel.
He would make a good one.
He would.
Especially in his younger years. Yeah. He does have that kind of Stan Laurel face.
And that hair, too. It's all perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not about the bunny.
Is it about the bunny?
Oh, Lucy's happy now.
He's very definitive there.
Okay, now here we have...
Now, Hey, everybody, let's just remind you that Dr. Jacoby's in this series.
So here's the thing about this, is
Mhm.
that I have a tendency to uber focus on the absolute wrong things here in Twin Peaks.
Right.
And this was no exception. I remember trying to figure out for days what the heck this was all about.
And it was about golden
Sho-
shovels.
it was about golden shovels
Yep.
that you can buy.
To shovel your way out of the shit.
Shovel your way out of the shit because it's 9 p.m. Do you know where your freedom is? And I think they did a really good job of letting you know who this is behind that gas mask.
Right.
Because his glasses are still on in there.
Well, I mean, we saw in the first episode that he got the delivery of the shovels, and it takes him 2 episodes to get around to finally painting them.
Well, maybe he got the delivery of the shovels, but the delivery of the paint. I'm gonna guess that he's probably gonna need. He's got 5 shovels there.
Right.
He's probably gonna use a good 15 to 20 cans of spray paint on those.
At least he was smart enough to wear a protective gas mask.
Yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, those shovels are gonna need to stay gold like that. They're gonna need a couple of coats.
Right. 2 coats.
I was just starting on the second coat. Because you really can't. You can't put spray paint on too close or too thick. You got to sort of layer it on.
Right.
So he's doing the front here, and he'll probably be out of this can pretty soon. And now, see, look at this rig he's got going on
Exactly, to rotate.
here. Yep.
Now I can do the back, and I don't even have to get up.
Don't even have to stand. This is fantastic. And I love how it's obvious that he's done
Yeah.
all of these. He's had to wipe the blowback off of
Right.
his protective screen there. Yep.
This is Dr. Jacoby's big golden shovel operation.
This is his racket here. Oh, the Silver Mustang.
Silver Mustang Casino in beautiful downtown Las Vegas.
Someone will help you. Call for help.
Call for help.
That's right.
Am I deaf? Do I stutter? Here's $5.
$5. This gets you nothing because payphones don't exist anymore.
Exactly.
You might have had a little stroke or something, but I'm going to drop you off at the casino.
Right, instead of the hospital.
And not the hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, she's not a healthcare provider.
You can go out now.
Sorry, I'm just having a Laura Palmer flashback. That's cool. I'm good.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Yeah, get out of my car.
Out.
Come on, get out!
Out.
Get out, get out, get out.
Get your old man ass out of my car.
Hey, if you don't
Thanks for closing the door.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah, I think you need to go.
Yep.
Oh, poor Dougie.
Yep.
The revolving door.
Dougie versus the revolving door. Or, well, it's Cooper, technically, but we might as well call him Dougie, because it's not really Cooper.
This is the Dougie Cooper.
This is Dougie Cooper.
This is a game with no winners right here.
This is Duper.
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 Super duper.
Super duper.
Oh.
That darn Dougie.
Oh my goodness.
Wah, wah.
This is going to be...
And you thought an old waiter bringing in milk was bad.
And I thought sweeping the green onions was bad.
Oh, well, that's coming up.
Oh, that's coming.
That reminds me, I still need to get a Silver Mustang Casino shirt.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
They've got them on the Showtime store, I think.
I love this.
Call for help.
No, you're not going to call for help. You're going to take this and turn this into to tokens, and you're going to gamble, my friend.
Right.
Oh my gosh!
You think I'm here to help you? No, I work for the casino, dude.
Work for the casino. You might as well just give me your money. You're going to need some change, pal. Yeah. There was a woman that just walked into the casino and she was wearing slippers, like bedroom slippers.
Yep.
Which I think is hilarious. Casinos are weird. It's like people are either there like in sweatpants and a shirt that they haven't washed in 3 days.
Right.
Or they're like super high rollers and they're dressed up like that woman walking away right now, like in super tight fancy clothes.
And they all smell like cigarettes that have been not cleaned since the 1970s.
Kind of, yeah. Casinos nowadays, they have a little bit more of a
At least the casinos I was in when I was in Vegas.
pumped in oxygen smell, you know?
Yeah.
So,
But see, as someone with a very sensitive sense of smell,
yeah, there's
yeah,
that.
they still reek of
Yeah,
cigarette
they
smoke.
do. Some of the older ones especially.
Yeah, exactly. Like I stayed in the New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That
that one definitely reeked.
But the fancier ones, like Bellagio,
Right.
was just kind of... Well, and even the non-fancy ones, I remember the first time I ever went to Las Vegas, it was, like 1 a.m, and I was like, oh, wow, I could stay up forever. And then I walked outside where there's no pumped-in oxygen.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to fall asleep on the ground.
Mr. Jackpots.
Immediately tired. Mr. Jackpots. Specifically because of this series, I think we need a Twin Peaks slot machine.
You think they would have made one?
I know.
It would have been a natural tie-in.
They have slot machines for everything.
Or how about a Twin Peaks slot machine video game?
I would go for that, yeah. I keep trying to think of a way to do a Twin Peaks pinball machine.
I thought there was one from the original series.
Not that I'm aware of.
Hello.
No.
You say hello and you get money.
That's how this works. But which machine should I use? That one over there.
Hey, it's the one with the little red room icon at the top.
Little red room.
It's like the red room emoji.
Which you can get if you type Twin Peaks on Twitter.
This is true.
Which is awesome.
Yep, it's a little emoji.
Hello.
So I'm guessing this is the one I want to use.
Fives and sparklers.
Yep.
There you
Couldn't
go.
find me a telephone, but you can get a payout on the...
Well, this will help.
This is true. It'll make Janie E. a little happy. But we haven't met her yet.
Janie E. will be happy. Sonny Jim is going to get a gym set.
Yep. A new bag of chips.
New bag of chips. Hello.
Mr. Jackpots. And hey, here comes Eugene from The Walking Dead.
Oh, is it really?
That's Eugene from Walking Dead.
That's awesome. Sure did, pal.
As the wise guy.
Pick up your coins, man. Martini madness.
Red room emojis everywhere.
Yeah, if only this was real.
I know, right? It's like, where was the red room emoji when I was at casinos?
Seriously, they're nowhere.
To point me to the red slot machines that are about to pay off.
Yeah. See, and this is what I'm talking about. It's usually people who haven't showered in 3 days or people who are dressed way too nice.
Right. Keep your eye on the old woman behind Cooper there.
Yeah, because she's going to keep her eye on Cooper.
Mm-hmm. And then she's going to give him the finger.
Hello.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding,
ding,
ding, ding, ding. Mr. Jackpots.
Mr. Jackpots.
I like he's just going to leave it there.
Yeah, he just leaves it there. He just goes to everyone he's supposed to go to.
I'm sure somebody will clean that up.
Mega jackpot. You won 2 mega jackpots for $28,000. Honestly, with playing pinball, I want those quarters too.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, because you're quite the pinball player, so...
Yeah, the quarters are certainly worth a lot to me.
My 12-year-old arcade playing self is also very jealous.
Seriously, yeah, all those quarters. You know, how many games of Tron and Pac-Man could we play with that?
The Star Wars video game, or arcade game.
Oh, yeah, the
I was
sit-down
all
one?
yeah, because that one was 50 cents.
See, I was talking about this the other day, that,
Yeah.
Cooper just got the finger.
Yep. It's like, how rude.
How rude, yeah. I was talking about this the other day because, you know, some newer pinball machines, they're actually $1 per play.
Yeah, that's a ripoff.
And I'm always kind of hesitant to play those. But I have no problem spending like $6 for alcoholic water, because I mostly just drink alcoholic seltzer when I go to the bar.
Right.
So
that's how you rationalize it.
But it's like, oh, $1 for a game. Oh, $6 for water? Sure. Why not?
Sign me up.
Oh, there's another one over there.
And I love how it's
there's
also.
another one.
I love how
There's
it's also.
three of them.
I love how it's also identified by the little guitar riff.
Yep. Oh. Somebody pick the quarters up, please.
Yeah, you think like everybody would all be all over that trying to steal them.
Seriously. Big payday.
Especially homeless granny there.
Oh, you guys can come in here.
So in case you haven't gotten the gist of it, Cooper's winning a lot of jackpots.
Cooper's winning, and that's pretty much what we're just watching.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. We're just watching it over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like, we kind of get the point, Lynch, David.
Which I am going to, for sure, say this the next time I'm in a casino. Right. I want to play a slot machine just once, just so I can yell, hello!
Thank you, Mr. Jackpots.
Okay, that guy on the left there, he needs to not win anything just for that beard that he has.
He's like, now you can go buy yourself a comb.
Now you can buy yourself a comb and get a room so you can shower.
Yeah, because damn.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, at FBI headquarters in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So here's our introduction to Tammy Preston, you guys.
Tammy Preston, there she is.
The writer of Twin Peaks, The Final Dossier.
The Final Dossier. The Secret History.
Secret History. Yep.
Yep.
Well,
are they having a guessing game as to how many beans are in that jar?
Yep. Let's see. We got a pinup. We got a pair of pliers.
Got another pinup.
Picture of two girls.
And then a little kid.
Kid in a sailor suit.
I want to know about.
Sorry, you just kind of glitched up there a little bit.
I was just going to say, this is not a crime I want to know about, whoever. Yeah.
Seems glitchy.
And guess how many beans are in this jar?
Okay, I'm stumped. All right, I'm calling it. It's lunch lunch, everybody.
It's 280.
Yep. I'm the boss. You go do the work, and I don't have to deal with this. I got blue rose cases to deal with.
I got blue rose stuff to handle right now.
Exactly.
I'm busy.
I don't care about your normal, boring FBI cases.
Whatever. This is just your run-of-the-mill murder with beans and pliers. Okay, so here's what happened.
Here's some people that have been shredded in a blender. Oh wait, the experiment blender.
Yeah, the experiment blender. There were guards, but they can't find them because, well, they were probably paid to leave. I love how Sam's hand is still on her.
Exactly.
Even though it's probably not connected to his arm.
So, Tracy, you were going out for coffee?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yep, poor Tracy. We hardly knew ye.
What do we see?
What in the world could that be?
What the hell is right, Gordon? The only one camera, huh? Where else have we seen a camera pick up an image and then not pick up an image? I think in Philadelphia back in 1988.
I wonder. Does David Bowie show up again? Is he back?
David Bowie.
Is he back from the dead?
Oh, I hope so.
Right. It's Cooper
I think he needs to be way
To the-
more surprised than this.
to the Batcave. Yeah, well, David Lynch is not exactly the best actor in the world, let's face it.
Well, he's also not the most emoting person in the world.
No,
You know?
no. But even a deadpan, oh, gee, what does Gordon have on the wall? His wall?
Oh,
A nuclear explosion.
I wonder when that's from.
Like maybe the first atomic bomb test from episode 8?
Maybe. I think that might be what that is. What do you mean he's in trouble? Yeah, first thing tomorrow morning is too late, Gordon. He'll be long gone by then.
I don't know him money, do I?
Black Hills of South Dakota. Oh.
I love how, like, Gordon's voice, like, is so much louder in my earphones.
Yeah, Gordon is, well, and Gordon, I just love Albert's.
Yeah.
The history of the strange forces of existence.
So here's a little bit of trivia on that.
Yeah.
So that line that Albert just said,
that
was actually the subtitle to David Lynch's unrealized film project, Ronnie Rocket.
Really?
Really?
I did not know that.
Really? Oh, and here's the Cactus Blossoms, everybody.
I love the Cactus Blossoms.
I actually really like this song. This is probably like one of my top 5 songs on the.
Oh, yeah.
SSIPP.
I like this one quite a bit.
Cactus Blossoms are like really like the modern Everly Brothers.
They are very much the modern Everly Brothers. Yeah. And once again, we have the bittersweetness of seeing the musical act and knowing that this is the end.
Right. So it's like, aw, our episode's almost over.
So it's over. I don't want that to happen.
But at least we get a good tune here.
Yes, we do.
Somewhere on the shore waiting for me.
But, yeah, the Roadhouse gets some pretty good acts, I have to say.
Yeah, you gotta give credit to Jean-Michel for booking these. He knows how to book acts. I mean, he gets the 9 Inch Nails.
The 9 Inch Nails. That's right. Not just any 9 Inch Nails. The 9 Inch Nails.
So, whatever drug mule thing he's got going on, and he's got to have something going on, it's obviously very lucrative.
He's got something going on, yeah.
Starring Kyle MacLachlan. Aww.
Starring Kyle MacLachlan in all the roles.
Yep.
Wait a minute, was that Meg Foster? Like actual Meg Foster?
Yep, Meg Foster as the cashier.
I did not remember that.
Yep. Nae Yuuki as Naido.
Well, as this part of Naido.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
The disguised Naido.
So I wonder what Eric Del Rey is up to these days.
No good.
Well, don't hate the player, hate the character.
Exactly. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him around for a while. You don't come around anymore.
Well, he apparently is in the Mike McGrainer doing those Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me screenings across the country. He's listed as one of the guests to appear at those.
Oh.
So I guess he's out there somewhere. That. He's out there somewhere.
That would be worth traveling for.
Yeah, even though, yeah. And he is in memory of Donis Davis and Miguel Ferrer.
The late, great Miguel Ferrer.
Yeah,
and Don Davis.
Because Miguel passed not too long before the series returned.
Yeah, he was gone before the series aired.
Yeah, but he obviously, thankfully, was able to film his scenes.
Yes.
So this is kind of like one of his last things that he did.
This is his last thing, yeah.
It's not his last thing.
It's not his last? I thought this was.
No. He did a voice. He voiced Deathstroke for one of the Batman animated things for DC Universe or DC.
Oh, was that after this?
Yeah, that was after this.
Okay.
Then it was that. I believe it was his last, or I'm pretty sure anyway. Not on screen, but obviously vocal performance.
I
This
miss
might.
the, I miss the
I'm not
middle
sure if
career.
this is his last on-screen appearance or not.
Gotcha.
But
Either way,
so
we've
that's our
lost a lot of
episode,
interesting
everybody.
people.
Yep. So I hope you had fun with that. I know we did, obviously,
I sure did. Yep.
because we couldn't shut up all the way through it.
No, we couldn't shut up.
Even though I was trying to listen to the Cactus Blossoms because I really dig that song.
Oh, you have the soundtrack.
I know I have the soundtrack. I know, but it's like right there. It's an actual performance, and
it's right there. We can
it's
just
right
listen
there.
to it.
See, this is kind of why I really would love to see the uncut stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So
That would be fun.
I don't suppose I could just hope that it'll show up on a future Twin Peaks release.
You could hope for that, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
Because you didn't buy it, it won't. If you buy this thing,
Exactly.
it'll be on like 6 next release.
Exactly. The whole Murphy's Law thing about this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you don't bring an umbrella to save you, to keep you dry in the rain. You bring an umbrella to keep it from raining.
Exactly. You ward it. It's your rain totem to prevent it from
talisman to keep the rain away.
Exactly. At least that's what I do at lunchtime.
Yep.
So you're thinking that maybe you're more persuaded to buy that from Z to A box set.
Yeah, I want it. I just don't want to spend the money on something I already have, technically, but I don't have all of it, so...
Well, I would offer to go in halvesies on you on this, but it's not really practical.
That's the thing. It's not like we can, we can do that Simpsons thing.
We'll just chop the vinyl figure in half.
Yeah, I get it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you get it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then on Sunday we flip a coin.
Right.
We can't exactly do that now, can we?
No. But, well. So I guess place your bets, everybody, about whether we actually pick this setup or not. The good thing is, though, if we do, then we can review it here on Ghostwood. Yeah. We can actually talk about it.
And then make you covet.
Exactly. Make you all jealous.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Baskin or like 1 of 25,000 limited edition goodness.
Oh, sometimes I just hate limited edition things.
I do too.
It'd just be so much nicer.
It just seems like such a way to gouge.
It's just manufactured collectability, which I'm just not a proponent of.
I am not either, but hey, it is what it is. All right, so. So that was Mississippi, of course, by the Cactus Blossoms, the Roadhouse, and anyway. So do you have a rating for this one?
Oh, what is my rating for this one? Let me see here.
Think.
I think this is going to have to be. See, I don't know. I'm trying to keep my personal. Well, tell me what yours is first.
Okay, mine. All right, I'll go first then. Mine, I don't like it as much as the first couple of episodes. I give it, but it's still got some interesting stuff with Cooper and Naido, and I'm really intrigued by that. But it takes a real downward turn when Cooper becomes Dougie.
Oh, okay.
And everything kind of slows way down. So I give it 8.5 out of 10 floating Major Briggs heads.
See, I was thinking about giving it 8.5 out of 10 antique chocolate bunnies.
Right.
And the reason for that 8.5 is because I wasn't sure, because I'm not sure if I'm able to keep my personal feelings of impatience out of this.
Right.
And just let it flow over me. And I'm finding myself less and less impatient in the way I was impatient when I first watched this, but I'm still impatient in a sense of I want Cooper to be okay. I want everything to be okay.
Even though he turns out to be okay.
Even though I know it, but yeah, I'm still, I still don't like what everybody has to go through to get there.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, Cooper only appears in this season 3 in the first 3 episodes, and then the last 5?
Yeah.
Last 4? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not even in half of the series. It's mostly Dougie.
Yeah, it's mostly Dougie. So I think that makes the Cooper part even more special.
Dougie. Yeah.
And I wind up liking Dougie. I mean, I like the people who are around Dougie. I like his strokes of luck, things like that.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
You just kind of froze up there again.
It's just kind of hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but
no, I didn't freeze up. I was at a loss for words.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure.
I actually did pause.
Okay. I thought you froze there. All right. Yeah. So it's a little frustrating. But the good thing is we know that there is a payoff. It just takes us a good long while to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now the good thing is, of course, we get Naomi
It's a
Watts.
nice ride.
Naomi Watts is Janie E, and that helps liven things up.
That's so great.
And she's great. So that helps, but
that does help.
But it is frustrating, especially if you're watching this for the first time, because you're just like, can Cooper get back already? And I'm like, after a couple episodes, you're just like, okay, this was nice, but can we move things along now? Story-wise, narrative-wise.
The thing is, I start getting.
Yeah.
I start getting caught up in the Dougie story.
Yeah.
I get caught up in the Mitchum brothers and.
Oh, okay, so you get into it. You do get into it.
I do get into the Dougie story. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I do like the Mitchum brothers. They're fun to watch. They're fun to watch, and then Candy, Mandy, and Sandy.
Candy, where's my Bloody Mary?
I just remember how upset Candy was when she hits Bradley.
Bradley in the head with the remote.
With a remote, trying to kill that fly.
Trying to kill the fly.
Yeah. And then feeling horrible about it.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Is like you don't think of that kind of stuff.
That was so funny. All right, so I'll give it that, and we'll get there obviously as well.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
All right. Before we sign off, we got some feedback.
Feedback.
About time. So glad to get some feedback. Do you want to go do yours first?
No, you can do yours first.
Okay. All right. So Xan got a private message. We got an email to our Ghostwood account.
Nice.
Ghostwoodpodcast@gmail.com if you want to do the same. So we got email from Chris Lassiter in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Nice.
Salute. And he says it's titled "Thank You from a Fellow Twin Peaks Fanatic."
Yay, another Twin Peaks fanatic.
Exactly. One of us.
Always good.
So Chris writes in, Charles and Xan, this has been too long in coming, but I am writing just to say thank you. The Ghostwood podcast has been an absolute joy to follow, keeping the Twin Peaks discussion and lore alive 2 years after Season 3 aired. You two possess the same fervor that I have for the Twin Peaks universe, and I consider you kindred spirits in this continuous journey.
Oh, well, right back at you, Chris.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you for listening.
Chris continues, my absolute favorite was your rewatch of Season 1 and Season 2, even though we didn't get all the way through Season 2, but,
we did pretty well.
We recapped a lot of stuff. In walking beside you in this rewatch, I see what you did there, walking, fire walk with me, that whole thing. I found two partners who, through your commentary, helped me to learn, to gain new perspectives, and to laugh out loud on occasion. Well, congrats on getting the absolute point.
Fantastic. That's what we do.
That's exactly what we do. So, cheers, Chris. In addition, I found your episodes, The James Hurley Saga and Josie Packard as the Condemned Woman, to be heroic efforts giving deserved attention to subplots and character arcs that are often ignored. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Good.
Keep doing what you're doing. You keep the Twin Peaks mystery and journey alive! ! And I thank you personally for that. P.S. If you are ever seeking a guest on Ghostwood, I would be thrilled and honored to meet you two and to discuss the universe we share and love. Smiley face.
Oh, that sounds like plotting for the future, Charles.
Yeah, maybe. We might have to reach out to Chris on that.
We might have to think about this.
Yes, we might. He also signs off with a Dale Cooper quote, which, of course, is, this one is, I have no idea where this will lead us, but I have a definite feeling it will be a place both wonderful and strange, which is one of my favorite Dale Cooper quotes. So
that is a fantastic
So if
Dale
you're
Cooper
trying
quote.
to win me over, Chris, you're doing a really good job.
Oh, he's got me. He's won me over. Thank you very much, Chris.
You saucy minx, you.
Yes, definitely. It is always wonderful to meet another fanatic, and somebody who gets our humor makes us feel a little less like like crazy weirdos. In this
Like, yeah,
world.
we're not alone.
No, we're not alone.
Yeah,
You know. I mean, you and I felt so alone until we met each other.
exactly. And then
And now we're
we bonded.
realizing that we're not alone, and it's a great feeling.
Exactly. So let Ghostwood be this refuge for all you lost Twin Peaks souls out there.
That's what we're here for.
All you Lost Peak freaks, or Peakies, or Peaks geeks, whatever you want to call yourselves, we're here for you, and to talk Twin Peaks, of course.
Oh, of course, to talk Twin Peaks.
Exactly. So I guess we'll have to reach out to Chris.
We'll have to reach out to Chris for sure.
Yep, and we'll figure out something to talk about. So thank you so much for writing in, Chris, and thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. And,
yes, we really appreciate
it. And
I
hope you tell people about us and share.
I'm glad
the
you
love.
approve. And if Chris says keep doing what we're doing, that's permission. We got to keep doing it.
Exactly. So if for nothing else, it's Chris's fault. You can blame him. No.
Yeah, Chris said so.
Yep, Chris said so.
We are nothing but obedient to our listeners.
Exactly.
So
you tell us what to do and we do it.
Yes, I received a private message from Goldie Brown to my Facebook account. And she says, I'm listening to Ghostwood recaps of The Return. I love it so very much, is what she says. And so
nice.
I responded back to her, and her profile picture is her doing cosplay of Senorita Dido.
You must have loved that.
Oh, she was immediately
that's awesome.
My favorite person. And so I told her how much I loved it, and she said that it was an intoxicating experience because she and somebody else who was dressed up like the firemen did recreations shots.
Excellent.
And that it was just practically religious experience to do that.
I'll bet. That's awesome.
Yeah. She is beautiful. Her costume is beautiful, and it was. I was.
Do we have pictures we could share or no?
Somebody. Pardon me?
I said, do we have pictures we can share? I said, do we have pictures we can share or no?
Well, if she wants to put those pictures on the Ghostwood Facebook group, she is more than welcome to.
There you go.
I just don't want to share photos without somebody's permission.
Exactly. Well, I get that. That's why I asked.
So yeah, so Goldie, please head on over to the Ghostwood Facebook page and show us your costume because it's amazing.
Yeah, we'd love to. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, I don't think she'd mind too much because it is her profile picture. But again,
you don't want to presume.
Yeah, that's not my place.
Yeah.
So she also goes on to tell us that Ghostwood is her favorite Twin Peaks podcast.
All right.
And
you have excellent taste.
Yeah, I agree too. And she also says that it's refreshing to hear a woman talking about Twin Peaks.
Right.
So.
And that's one of the things I wanted when I first reached out to Xan, because we get enough tired of like old white dude talking about Twin Peaks. So I know somebody besides me needs to talk about this stuff. And
you don't need another Twin Peaks sausage fest, is what you're telling
me. Exactly. And obviously I knew Xan from way back, so I thought she would be perfect for this. And surprise, she is.
Hey, I do my best. So she says that she's almost done with our return episodes, and she loves the return. And she looks forward to burning through the following episodes and diving deep into the ones prior.
Ooh.
And I told her that we are revisiting the return and running commentary on it. And her comment was, "Oh, my sweet Lord, revisiting the return? I am dead."
Well, hopefully not. We don't want to kill listeners.
I think that's young people speak for.
I know what it means. So. Yes, I'm on the Twitter and all that with the kids.
On the Twitter
with the kids and the Instagrams and things. Yeah.
She also says she is in Boise, Idaho, and doesn't know a lot of other fellow people there.
I've been to Boise, Idaho.
I have never been to Idaho.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's in Boise, Idaho, and says, if we know anybody out there, direct them her way because she doesn't have any fellow Peaks freaks out there. So hey, if you're in Boise, shout out on the Facebook group, shout out on the Twitter group, and.
Well, you're a lot closer to Snoqualmie, Washington than we are, so...
I know, seriously. I'd be like, long weekend, let's drive to Snoqualmie.
Road trip.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep. Road trip.
Exactly. So because she private messaged me on Facebook, Goldie and I are now friends on Facebook, and it's wonderful to know her and have her as a fan. Excellent. So thank you very much, Goldie, for reaching out.
Yeah, thank you so much, Goldie, and good call, approving of Xan.
Thank you
here
so
in
much.
Ghostwood. So, yes.
Xan loves approval.
You are very wise. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So, Xan deserves all the love, you guys.
Oh, thank you, Charles.
All the
Well, I don't deserve all of it. Charles needs some of it. Too.
Nah, I'm good.
Don't
But
don't let his white maleness fool you. He's awesome.
Okay, I work with a handicap. Okay, so yeah, I'm a white guy.
You got a lot to prove right out of the gate.
Exactly. I know. I do what I can. I just get by.
Nice to meet you. I'm not a racist rapist. My name is Charles.
I tried not to be. Yeah.
That's okay. It's pretty easy not to be. So
I know. You just don't do it. Go figure.
Not that hard, kids.
Who knew? Who knew that was the secret, right? Don't do it.
This was the only secret. Yeah.
Don't be an a-hole.
That's so easy. It's one less thing to do during your day.
I know, that's weird, right? Okay. All right. I just do what I can, like I said. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Goldie, and thank you, Chris, for writing in. We really appreciate that.
We do very much.
It's so great to hear from our listeners. So we want to hear more. Now we're getting spoiled.
Yeah.
So drop us a line. You can either reach out to us, of course, on Facebook at Ghostwood the Twin Peaks Podcast, or you can drop us a line like Chris did at ghostwoodpodcast@gmail.com. The Gmail. ghostwoodpodcast@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. And Twitter, of course, at ghostwoodcast on the Twitter. And, hey, if you want to rate and review us on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, or whichever one you're using at the moment, or any of the other places that we tend to pop up, you want to rate and review us, we definitely appreciate that. Hopefully you like us. And if you got any thoughts about us or how we're doing on the podcast or stuff that we should be talking about on the podcast, please let us know. Because we're always up for suggestions.
Definitely.
Here. Like we talked about, hey, we'll do whatever we're told, just as long as you like us.
We do what the listeners tell us.
Exactly. We can be bought. We take money. We take Visa, credit card, MasterCard, check. I have a PayPal account. Hey, so whatever it takes. Hey, no shame here. Xan, where can they reach you?
Well, obviously, I'm on the Facebook as Xan Sprouse. And of course, you can find me through the Ghostwood page on Facebook as well. I am also on the Twitters and on the Instagrams as Udinax19.
Right.
What about you, Charles? Where can you be found?
Well, generally, I can be found at Charles Skaggs on Twitter, at Charles Skaggs on Instagram. Facebook, of course, Charles Skaggs in Hilliard, Ohio. And my blog of geeky things.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Damn good coffee and hot, where I talk about all the stuff we talk about here on Ghostwood, including Twin Peaks, of course, David Lynch stuff, all kinds of comic book sci-fi news of my other podcasts that I do for Southgate Media, including Next Stop Everywhere, the Doctor Who podcast, where we're just going to be talking, coming up on Sunday, DJ Nick and I are going to be talking The Time Meddler from way back in the William Hartnell era.
Look at that, black and white Doctor Who.
We're going monochromatic goodness. So yep, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then obviously as we get ready, gearing up, hopefully we'll get some new Doctor Who sometime in early 2020, hopefully sooner. And then Titan Talk, the Titans podcast, where we're gearing up. Jesse Jackson and I are getting ready for Titans Season 2, which starts just like a week from tomorrow, Friday,
Hey.
So it's coming up. So we'll be back in Titans Tower for Season 2, and there's already all kinds of trailers and whatnot out there, and it's looking really good. We should have a lot to talk about as Titans comes back for another 13 episodes. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about Titans, and so if you're into that or any DC Universe stuff, check us out, please, on Titan Talk, the Titans podcast. Other than that, the Fandom Zone podcast, where we just kind of wrap things up. We did our Krypton Season 2 review, and Jesse and I did our The Boys Season 1 review episode. We review the 8 episodes of The Boys Season 1 that's on Amazon Prime Video, based on the Dynamite Entertainment comic book series by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson.
Nice.
Yeah. which has been surprisingly good and pretty well received by a lot of people. Apparently, Amazon is like their second highest rated show. So,
Oh, that's pretty good.
So
I didn't know that.
It's already coming back for season 2. They're already filming
Oh,
it.
good to know.
So, but it's definitely worth your valuable time, in my opinion. Highly recommended, especially if you're a fan of the Preacher TV series. So,
Gotcha.
all right. Next time on Ghostwood, we're going to talk ... brings back some memories. That's easy for me to say.
Easy for you to say, yeah.
I know, right? So we get reacquainted with Bobby Briggs, who's kind of moved up in the world since high school a little bit.
Well, he's certainly gone a direction we wouldn't have expected him to go.
Yeah. The smart money was not on where he ended up. So it's a nice surprise, but a pleasant surprise, I think.
It is a good surprise, yes.
And so that's what we're going to be talking about, of course, the return season 3, Twin Peaks, episode 4, and we'll do that next time on Ghostwood. So brings back some memories. So yeah.
I want you to say memories 3 times fast.
I know. Memories. How's that?
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
nice job.
Yeah. But we'll do that. So I think it's just that brings back some memories, because there's that some has the M in it, and then have to recover from. Yeah, I get tripped up on that apparently.
Brings back some memories.
Yeah, maybe I get all choked up thinking about Laura Palmer, like Bobby did.
It's a little hard to say, like, it's a little hard for Bobby to say too.
Yeah,
brings back some memories.
Yeah.
Yep.
As I stare at that little storage box of Laura Palmer goodness.
No.
All right, so everybody, thank you so much for listening to Ghostwood, and write to us. Let us know how if you're out there. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. And Xan and I will be back hopefully in a couple weeks, and we'll talk some more Twin Peaks: The Return. Brings back some memories, and we'll see you next time right here, Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.